The past is not dead, it merely sleeps, and sometimes it whispers to those willing to listen. Each of us is a mosaic of stories that unfolded long before we were born, on thrones, in fields, on battlefields, and in the quiet of ordinary homes. I will tell you these stories, not to mourn, but to understand, because only those who know the past can truly grasp the present. Welcome to Echoes of the Past.
My name is Alexandros, son of a king, student of a philosopher, conqueror of the world, and yet only a man. At the peak of my glory, I wore the crown of Asia, Persia, Egypt, and India. And still, I kept asking, what next? This is not the story of battles, but of the journey, of glory, of betrayal, and of the one question that never left me. Was it worth it? I was born in 356 BC in Pella, the capital of Macedonia. My father, Philip II, was a king, strong, brilliant, ruthless. My mother, Olympias, a priestess with fire in her soul. She claimed I was the son of Zeus, and I believed her. Not because I had wings, but because I felt I was born for something greater than any throne. Even as a boy, I tamed wild horses, like my Bucephalus, when others gave up. And from the start, I knew I didn't want to rule a kingdom. I wanted to become a legend. My teacher was Aristotle, the greatest mind of our age. He taught me about nature, stars, poetry, justice, and purpose. He said, "Power is nothing without understanding." I loved Homer. I worshipped Achilles, but Aristotle taught me that true heroes think before they strike. That war should be the last choice, not the first. At least, that's what I believed back then. When I was 20, the world shifted. My father was murdered, at a wedding, in cold blood. Some say it was politics, others, something more. Some whispered even my mother knew. Suddenly, I was king, young, unproven, surrounded by enemies. Greece doubted me. The barbarians rose up, but I acted fast. I crushed rebellion, I destroyed Thebes, and I made it clear. There is one master now. Then I looked east. In 34 BC, I crossed the Hellespont into Asia, just a few thousand men, but with us, the fire of destiny. At Granicus, we shattered the Persians. At Issus, I faced King Darius III himself. He ran, left behind his family. And what did I do? I treated them with respect. Not as spoils of war, but as people. Even my enemies saw me not as a conqueror, but as something else, a new kind of king. I moved through Syria, Tyre, Gaza, and Egypt. There, I was welcomed as a liberator. They called me Son of Amun, God incarnate. Maybe it was madness, or maybe I started to believe it. In Egypt, I founded Alexandria, a city of light and learning, a symbol of what I dreamed the world could be: united, civilized, eternal. Then came Gaugamela, my greatest battle. Darius fled once more, and I entered Babylon. Then Persepolis, the heart of Persia, gold, silk, temples. But I felt nothing, no joy, no peace, just silence. Was this what I sought? Still, I went further into the unknown lands of India. Mountains, monsoons, beasts, and then the Battle of the Hydaspes. Elephants, thunder, blood. We won. I spared the Indian king Porus, and I said to him, "I want you as an ally, not a slave." But my men had enough. At the river Hyphasis, they stopped. They said no. I begged, I raged. But in the end, I understood. You cannot conquer the world if you lose the people who follow you. On the way back, my horse Bucephalus died. I built him a city. Then I lost Hephaestion, my closest friend. It broke me more than any sword ever could. I returned to Babylon, planned cities, roads, a new empire, and then, suddenly, I was ill. Fever, pain, no one could save me. I died at 32. They asked, "To whom do you leave your empire?" I answered, "To the strongest." And with that, the world I built began to collapse. But this I know, the greatest conquest is over your own soul. I am Alexander, and if you still hear my voice, then I never truly died.
Thank you for joining us on this journey through time. If history speaks to you, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Until next time, let the echoes of the past guide your thoughts.